Headphones are an essential tool for any professional DJ as they allow you to get both songs in sync right without the crowd having to hear the beat matching process. And they also allow you to hear how your songs are going to sound together before actually introducing your new song to the mix. Now here's the thing, there are different schools of thought on how to best use your headphones. Now I'll go through them all. So say one song's playing for instance over here and I'm getting this song ready to play. Well, what's very common is to have the headphone cue button on for the one that you're about to mix in, and then basically hit play with the volume down and to listen to this song in your headphones while the other one's playing out loud. So that means I've got the volume down here. So that means then, let's say what that is it means quite often it's having one ear on, listening to the song I'm about to mix in, and the other ear off, listening to the song playing out loud through the speaker. Now, to be honest, this method's great as you can clearly hear what each song is. But I would say, well, you've got to be careful though a little bit, because what happens is, let's say I've got one song here and the other song there. In this kind of environment, it's perfect, right? There's basically, no hidden surprises. This is all favorable circumstances. There's no real other sounds going on and I've got a speaker right there for me. But what happens if you get used to that method and you turn up to play in a club and let's say for instance they don't have this speaker in the DJ box, and quite often the speakers could be in front of you facing that way. Now all of a sudden if you've got one song here and the other song out there, hearing sweet spots and beat matching, it can be very, very difficult. So my advice is, even though that's a great way and you might use this way sometimes, especially if you want to hear what this song is that you're mixing in on its own, that's the best way to do it. But to beat match, I would probably hear both songs together at the same time in my headphones, and that means I just have this cue on for both songs. And what that means is when it comes time to beat match, I can put my headphones on and it doesn't matter where the sound is because the sound's basically right here. Now at this point it's not a matter of like which one's which, it's just like I'm just trying to get the beats in sync. So what I do is I have the cues on for both of my songs. Then when it's time to beat match, I put my headphones on, hit play, get the songs in sync, and then when I'm ready, take my headphones off and introduce my new song to the mix. And to be honest, quite often, that's actually a really good way, and a lot of people, I'd probably be using that probably most of the time. And I think when I turn up to see DJs playing in clubs, quite often I see two cues on the whole time, and I'd say it's probably one of the most common ways to mix in a nightclub. But here's the thing, if you want to take it to the next level, right, and that means control how much you're hearing of each song in your headphones, well, what you can do is you basically take off the cue for the one playing out loud, and then the volume playing out loud, to hear that one in your headphones, you have the master cue on. Now, here's the thing, if I have the master cue, now the master channel, that's controlling everything that's being heard out loud. So to be honest, if I've got that on, the headphone cue for the master channel, it means if it's coming out loud through the speaker, now I can hear it through my headphones. And this here's my mixing dial. So basically, if I go towards master, it's turning up the one playing out loud. And if it goes towards cue, it's turning up the one that I'm about to mix in. Now ideally, perfectly in the center here, halfway between master and cue, probably is the equivalent of having them both at the same level in your headphones. But here's the thing, say you want to have them both, but maybe you want to turn up the one that you're mixing in, you could just move it more towards cue. And that means then it just makes the one that you're mixing in a little bit louder. And if you want to make the one playing out loud, you just go more towards master. So in a way, this is just controlling how much you're hearing the song in your headphones. So you can hear them both, but you can control the levels of both, which to be honest, getting your head around that's the way that I would be doing it all the time, to be honest, because it gives me greater control and I can actually hear what each song is. And if I want to turn up the one I'm mixing up, I can put it a little bit louder and I can go between them, and clearly it gives me full control in my headphones. But again, probably an easier way to start off at first, maybe to hear them both at the same time. But once you get the hang of that, I might actually experiment with kind of controlling the levels of both songs in your headphones. And probably what people do is they tend to put the one that they're mixing in just a little bit louder in the mix. Now when choosing headphones, like what to buy, I'd just be careful of buying stuff that's under $200. Like a student came in once and I was like, wow, I got this deal on these headphones. They're these, I shouldn't say a brand. So they're this certain brand, right? And they're marked down from 120 to 60 and he was stoked. And we came in and basically we just couldn't hear anything really. The beat matching was ridiculous. So generally speaking, I would get DJ headphones. Pioneer are great. Also, these ones here, they're the Sennheiser HD25s. They're probably very, very common. And they're all mid-range headphones, probably about $250. I probably wouldn't get anything less than that personally. Now, some of the Pioneer though ones like the HDJ X10s and stuff, they're amazing. You know what I mean? They're probably closer to $500, but the more you spend, the easier the beat matching is going to be, and the more crystal clear it's going to be in your headphones. So you're going to hear it just like so much better. But then again, I've been using these my whole life, and these are actually really great too. So I guess it depends, like, you know, what's your budget. But again, I probably wouldn't go for anything less than $200, and I would be going for like reputable DJ brands like Sennheiser or Pioneer.